Hi there, we're ADV Marketing, a marketing agency that develops high-quality and cost-effective marketing materials. Our relationship-driven business model and customized marketing solutions makes us the perfect partner for small businesses looking to grow. I'm your host, Lina Rice. Join Sarah and me here on Marketing Matters every other Monday to discuss business-to-business marketing topics. Now let's get into the episode. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marketing Matters. We took a little brief break. We rested.
We did rest.
It's been a while since we've been on the podcast, and I feel refreshed.
Yeah, and every time we film, there's something new. There's a new wall behind us.
We have they can see
plants.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Our set is changing and improving.
We have 3 plants.
3 plants plus 1.
Oh, I see what you mean.
We have all the props.
Yeah, we really do. We're high budget over here.
high
obviously.
Yep.
None of this came from Target.
Budgeting is a good segue. But I'm skipping ahead.
It's a good segue. So today we're going to talk about making your marketing budget work for you. We are well aware of the current economy.
Yes.
However, marketing budgets are always on the chopping block. We are aware of it in our industry. Whether the economy is doing great or poorly, marketing is always the first one to go. So what we want to talk about today isn't so much whether or not you should throw marketing out the window, because we're always going to say, don't do that. But rather, rethink how you're spending your money. And really, I'm going to be comparing it very closely to your grocery budget, because I am a woman. I do the grocery shopping in my household. I don't know if you do the grocery shopping in your household.
I love grocery shopping.
I do too.
I actually find it fun. So
yeah, I will turn on a podcast or some music or something and just stroll down the aisles and live my life.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
I like cooking, so I'm very closely tied to my grocery decision making.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, but you can't just go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
At least not right now. In the current economy where strawberries can get up to $10 for a pound.
Or eggs even.
Eggs are a problem.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't really recommend just going to the grocery store without knowing what you're getting yourself into. Same goes for marketing. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. The first thing and most important thing for both the grocery store and your marketing is you need a budget. You need to know what can be spent and what can't be spent, because your company has an overall budget, but you need to ensure that you have a marketing budget. Because if you know that your budget is $5,000 a month, that is very different than if your budget is $10,000 a month. And there are different things that you can do to maximize that spend, and there are different areas where I would recommend that you splurge versus save, and we're going to get into that too. Mm-hmm. So the next important thing after you've established your marketing budget, which I think we actually have an episode about how to establish your marketing budget. I think that was at the end of last year.
Yeah.
I think it was going into this year. It was kind of like a how to set your marketing budget.
Yes.
But once you know that, make sure that all of your stakeholders know that budget. Mm-hmm. Because if one department wants to go out and throw an event for some clients or whatever the case may be, they need to know how much money there is to spend, because ideally that event should not take up your entire year's marketing budget. That's just not a great way to spend money.
Yeah.
So from there, high level, Sarah, how big should your marketing budget be? Average. Mm-hmm. What would you say?
3 to 6% of revenue, I believe, not profit. It's 3-6% of revenue is the average amount to spend on marketing. Yeah. But it greatly depends on your industry.
It does.
And also what the structure of your business model is. So
completely agree.
Business to consumer, business to business.
Yeah. Business to consumer can actually get upwards of 30%.
Yeah.
Most B2B is not anywhere near that.
And
however, if you are ExxonMobil versus, a mom and pop shop, two different things.
Also, you have to consider how your revenue is being generated. So, for example, there's lots of B2B software companies out there that make sales directly online.
Yeah.
In that case, online marketing and digital marketing is a huge revenue generator, hence a really good investment for them.
Yeah.
So you have to balance that too.
Yep.
But if your sales team, a lot of your sales are made on the ground with boots actually walking on tangible pavement, then that will look different. You're not going to not spend money on marketing. It's just your marketing spend's going to look different.
Here's a question for you, Sarah.
Yes.
When we talk about a marketing budget, are you counting sales reps' salaries?
No. Marketing budgets do not include sales budgets.
I completely agree.
They're different. It's marketing, we've already talked about this.
We have, but from a budgetary perspective, where does it fall?
They're still separate. They're completing very different functions. And marketing, if you want to, and if you're in the stage of your business that you want to categorize marketing as a sub-account out of sales, that's fine.
But then that needs to be 3 to 6%.
Yes. So, like, you have to think about it as separate from sales, but it is supporting sales.
Of course.
So, that's how I think about it.
I completely agree. So, okay, so there's this saying. You need to spend money to make money. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Totally, you have to. However, you don't have to spend millions of dollars to make millions of dollars. Like, that's just not the case.
Yeah.
So, we're going to kind of get into what you should spend your money on. My big thing is make sure that it's something that's a high ROI. And I kind of had 2 thoughts that came to my mind. So I'll do my 2, and then you can kind of give like what your instant reactions are. My first one is business cards. Everyone needs a business card.
Yeah.
So spend money on some high quality business cards. Please don't have your sister design it to then go get it printed at Office Depot. Like, don't do that. Get something nice.
Yeah.
There are cheap ways to do it, but still nice. So invest in some good quality business cards. Business cards as a whole are pretty cheap in general compared to other marketing.
And you use them. And if you don't use them, you'll know it. Like, you won't go through the box that you bought. And then
but at least you have your box.
Yeah. And then
when you go to that conference.
Yes. And in business cards. Kara.
We have a guest.
Come say hi.
Come say hi.
Hi.
I don't think they can hear you from there.
Yeah.
Hi, I didn't know y'all were filming.
That's okay. So here, Kara, tell us, if companies were only buying a few things for their marketing, like what are the high return on investment things that you would recommend to them to do for marketing if they can only spend money on a couple things?
A website and content.
Yeah, I agree.
So, because the website is where everyone's going to go to, like, check out your services, decide if you're a reliable company, learn about you, and that's where they're going to do their research before they contact you.
Exactly.
And then investing in content is fantastic because you have keywords and you have everything that a client is going to need to learn about you.
Yeah. The website was my next one. What's yours, Sarah?
You kind of already took them. Website and content.
That's okay.
Yeah, and also to add on to the content piece, so I am contributing to your question.
It's okay.
Is that content establishes a presence too, because people can't find you unless you are there, and so content gives you the platform that you need to be there.
I still have sunglasses on my head.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so now we're going to kind of go into, do you want to just hang out with us on the episode?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so we're going to go into where should you spend money and save money? Now, obviously, all of these answers are going to depend, so feel free to elaborate on where you would spend the money versus not. So the first one is doing just some iPhone photos and videos for LinkedIn content versus paying for some high quality designed downloads, videos, etc. Where would you spend the money versus save the money?
I have an answer.
Sure.
Okay, so it can be the wrong answer. I don't know if there's right or wrong.
That's okay.
But I think that if you're at the position where all you have is iPhone photos and videos, to absolutely post them.
Yes.
Like, absolutely.
Something's better than nothing.
Yes, that only adds to your authenticity.
Sometimes.
It only adds to your authenticity. It's super genuine to have iPhone photos. It's also pretty normalized nowadays in social media to have organic stuff like that, like things you just take on your iPhone or video.
Yeah.
But you also want to balance it with the brand building.
Yeah.
So, personally, I think if it's all you have, go for it. And then later down the road, invest in the highly curated LinkedIn content.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I agree. I think that where you start spending money on LinkedIn content is when that budget opens up. I would say first you need to spend the money on your website. You need to have a solid website. If you don't have the money for that, then don't bother paying for high quality LinkedIn content.
Yeah.
Once you have an established website and you have the budget, that would be the next thing that I would buy is high quality content. What would you say, Kara?
Oh, I definitely agree. I don't think your pictures and video is the most important thing. The content that you have in your website is the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Okay, so the next one is, just your Word doc versus a designed print material.
Okay, I do have an answer for this.
Yeah.
I think it's really worth it to invest in a really high quality printed piece of collateral.
I completely agree.
And
Yes.
it's just really important to have something that makes you look good
It
when
is.
you walk into a meeting or a lunch and then be like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And give it to them because that's what they're going to remember you by. And if
Exactly.
you hand them a Word doc in freaking Calibri font, that's not who you are. You're not generic.
Yeah.
Like, invest in something.
Or a brochure designed in PowerPoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do
And
that.
This is where I would spend the money. I would
Yes.
not give anyone a Word document. Please just spend a couple $100, get something better quality made. Depending on what you need. If it's just a flyer, that's going to run you I can't talk today. That's going to run you a couple $100. Like, it's not a huge investment.
Yeah.
So I would totally spend the money here.
I agree.
So, a social media scheduler versus LinkedIn's brand new scheduling feature, which is
You may or
become our
may
new
not
favorite.
have. You may or may not have it. Because only some people had it, and now a few more people have it. But if you can schedule on a company page in LinkedIn, you're a lucky person.
You are.
Yeah.
We can't figure out who gets it versus who doesn't. Because I had it, and then it went away. And Sarah had it, and now I
Yeah.
have it again.
I still have it, thank goodness. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna let.
Do I have it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I need to look and see.
Do you think it's worth spending money on a platform like Hootsuite or Sprout Social when you could theoretically just put your content on LinkedIn's scheduler?
I don't think it's worth it for a business to business. Now, if you're a B2C business where you're like posting on
15
Reels
times
or
a day.
posting 15 Instagrams a day, totally worth it for. But if you're posting twice a week, no, it is not worth the money.
I agree. Just save your money, use LinkedIn Scheduler. It's no big deal.
Although if you're only posting twice a week, I think you can just use a free one.
Yeah.
I think Hootsuite has like a free
Oh,
one that you
they
can
might.
use. It just depends on how many channels are
Sure.
linked to it and how many posts you're doing.
But if you're B2B, really all you're using is LinkedIn.
Yes.
Maybe Instagram or Facebook, but that's only if you have a very specific audience.
I personally like using any native scheduler
Yeah.
over a third party because there's glitches where they
true,
disconnect. And the other day,
it doesn't tell
something-
you.
Yeah, the other day something said it posted and it didn't actually post. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was upsetting.
yeah.
It was upsetting. Okay. Okay, this one's, you're going to have a soapbox. But try to reel it
I saw
in.
the notes, and I was like, dang, I have a lot to say on this topic.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Paid campaigns versus organic content. Now, we talk a lot about organic content on this channel. Let's first clarify what organic content is.
Yeah, it's free.
It's
free to
basically
post.
anything you post for free. So if you're
Yeah.
posting your iPhone photos, that is organic content. Anything that you're not paying to do. Paid media is an ad. So a LinkedIn ad, so
Yes.
to speak.
Okay.
Okay.
My answer is not going to shock y'all. Absolutely organic content, and then just keep investing in better organic content because you get so much better results. There is like this thing in the consumer brain that like switches off when they see the little sponsored
Yeah.
word on posts. They like immediately
Yes.
say next. Like they just don't like, okay, any platform as a consumer, TikTok sponsored, scroll past.
Yep.
Instagram sponsored, scroll past. Unless it has closed, then I do. And then scroll past. So either way, organic content is better to me.
It is.
It's like true to you. It's
It
true
is.
to your brand.
It's more authentic so people trust
Yes,
it.
it should be valuable. Like your organic content should be things people seek out. Like that is the whole point of them. And then if you really want to go crazy and have a paid campaign, sponsor your best, most valuable organic content.
Yeah.
So it gets in front of more
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
I agree.
So that was my soapbox.
What
Yeah.
do you think, Kara?
Paid campaigns, really, for our clients, all we've seen that is worth it is LinkedIn paid campaigns.
Yeah.
And that's only been for certain clients.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of success with like pay-per-click or anything
Yeah.
like that.
We actually have one client coming up where that is actually something that could help them, but it is a very specific scenario.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
very well-defined audience.
Yes, which is usually hard in B2B because usually it can be pretty vague.
Yeah, and if you do know, it'd be like very specific.
Or, yeah, it's too specific.
Yeah.
That is another problem in
Yes.
B2B is you're either too broad or too specific. And it's like, well, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Okay, the last one. Google, well, we kind of just talked about it.
Yeah.
Google paid banners versus SEO optimization. So, Google paid banners are those, when you Google something and it says sponsored, that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
And then SEO optimization is optimizing your website to get it ranked highly on Google naturally without having to pay for one of those sponsored spots.
Yeah. So like Kara said, website is absolutely one of the number one things you should absolutely
It is.
invest in. So from that same thinking, investing in making it pop up higher on search engine results is totally worth it.
I agree.
So SEO all the way.
Yes.
I
No
agree.
one goes to the second and third page of Google.
No.
Actually, now
But Google doesn't have pages.
they have continuous scrolling.
Yep, you just keep scrolling.
Yeah,
it's
but
new.
good
It just
job,
rolled
Google.
out. Yeah,
Yes.
Google knows.
But one thing is that I've noticed about that is that I'll go to a search page and I won't scroll past very far because
Yep.
I'm so used
Yep.
to like the
I do
length
the same
of
thing.
the first page.
Yeah.
I'll change my search. If I get past those first 10 to 15 results, I'm done.
Yeah, because I've been trained. Like
Yep.
I can't.
And you
scroll past
recognize, like, you know how much, like, it used to be 10 to 12 on a page, and you know how many that is.
That's probably what happened to me. That's why I didn't even realize it had
Yep.
pages.
Yeah.
it. You're like not on first. Got
Yeah.
it next.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And that's when you re-Google and try to find something closer.
Re-Google.
Yeah.
I like it. I gotta re-Google this.
Yeah.
I
do
need
it a
to
lot.
re-Google how to be an adult.
Do another attempt.
So great. Well, I hope that this episode was super helpful. I'm so glad that Kara got to pop on and share her wonderful insights. That was a great surprise. And we will see y'all in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.